good to see you.
Yeah, you too. You all right?
I feel like we haven't seen each other in a little while now,
It's been a while.
Yeah, we need to go out for a drive.
I'm up for it, mate. Just let me know.
That's overdue. The weather's coming out, so we've got no excuse. Plus, also, if memory serves me correctly, you've got relatively new Toyo R888Rs that are breaking in a bit more.
Literally, yeah. It's all back ready now, though. All ready to do its thing.
Right, should we start at the beginning?
Yes.
You're a Porsche enthusiast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where did that start?
I guess it started from my father. He's always had 911s since I was growing up. Had a silver 911S.
Do you have a silver 911S?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right,
what year?
22.
22. Nice.
Yeah.
So how old were you when he had that?
I was 79. I was born. He picked me up from the hospital in it.
Did he?
Yeah, apparently. So
okay.
you know when you used to lie on the back?
Yeah.
And this is obviously back in in 79 or whatever. Just put the cot on the back and drove.
Yeah. So what? Put the seats down, and then the bassinet went on the back.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so he picked you up from hospital a bit.
Allegedly.
So it's a bit of a baptism of fire, really.
Allegedly, yeah. So that smell just got in me, right? And then, like everything, changed that for a. I think he got a Targa, white Targa with a whale tail.
So G series, I guess.
Yeah, G series had that in the 80s.
Cool.
And then he got rid of that and got a red G series that he stripped out and started club racing with the BF Goodrich stuff in '88. And I've just been part of that, whole thing my whole life growing up with 911s,
Yeah.
And so.
But it wasn't till not that long ago that you bought your first 911.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Because I mean, like, what's called you're a car guy, but you're more than that. You're also you're also a guitarist and you make pickups, right?
Yeah. Well, the car's always been, it was kind of a 3-litre replica like that, really, on a 3.2, stripped out, blah, blah, blah. It's always been there. It's always been there. And I've driven it from time to time, but wasn't really, that interested, more into my guitar trading and doing all that sort of stuff. And then what the cataclysm was, one of my dad's friends said his son had just bought a GT3. And I thought, what? He's not into cars, blah, blah, blah. It was really shocking. And my old man said, oh, you could get a Porsche if you wanted to. He said, stop messing around with the guitars and whatever. And that's when I sort of got back into it, and...
So how many years ago was that?
I don't know. I mean, I've lost track of time since the kids were born. Quite a I don't know, man. 7 years, 10 years.
Because we met about that time. It was about 6-7 years ago, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was when I was just...
I think you just bought it.
I got GT3.
Yeah. And what generation was that again? It was 9.6 or 9.7?
996.2.
Yeah. It was a
I wanted an
beautiful car.
air-cooled one, but I just couldn't... The prices were so insane. Yeah. So I had to I sold a guitar, put half a deposit down on the GT3 and financed the rest, and loved it. It was great, but it didn't have any of the soul of the old ones, right? Even my old man was like disappointed with it, right? Yeah. So I sold it, paid off the finance, and got a 993. As soon as I drove it, it was just instantly, this is a Porsche. Just bog standard 993 C2. Absolutely loved it. And as you know, I wanted it to. I sort of RS'd it a little bit.
Yeah. You did a lot of things.
Did a lot of work.
What did you do to that car?
The usual, the wheels, speed lines.
And you went and bought proper Porsche speed lines.
Genuine, all the parts had the genuine factory kit that I got.
And what was that? That was like sills, front bumper.
Yeah, aero.
So basically making it into like an RS spec.
And then I bought the Speedline wheels and had the big brakes.
Yeah.
Managed to find some genuine lightweight 964 RS seats on eBay. I think I paid £1,000 for 2 of them.
Nice.
On rails.
Jeez.
Yeah, right.
Trust you to find a bargain like that. Jesus
Can you believe
Christ.
it, right? Yeah. Anyway, and the car was great, and I went to Barcelona with it with Maria and
nice.
family. Lovely long road trip. It was fantastic. And then it wasn't until my dad sold his red one and got an old Tuthill 73 RS replica, 2.7.
That was the baby blue one, right?
You know that one.
What colour is that?
It was Riviera blue.
It was Riviera blue.
Riviera blue was the actual
Which
colour.
is technically is that quite a modern colour from memory for an early car?
That was the colour.
Was it?
In 70. The car was a 70.
Gosh, shows how much I know.
And that was the actual factory colour. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean,
I didn't realise Riviera blue went back so far.
Pepe resprayed it, and I'm sure it was probably not the correct Riviera, but the car was originally factory Riviera blue.
Because I always associate Riviera blue with like more of a 993 generation colour.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting, because it's not a 964 colour, for example.
But anyway...
You don't see it on G Series.
No, exactly.
Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling.
But what point I'm saying is, you get an old one and you drive it, it's just, it's just so much more alive than the modern ones.
Yeah, but your 996 was gorgeous. I mean, it was a stunning car.
Don't get me wrong, if I could afford it, I'd have them both.
I'd
have it, and because I've just driven over in this today.
Yeah.
And bloody hell, you have a headache. You know what I mean? Look how stiff it is. Look.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere, is it? I think there's more flex. I think that flex there was more in the tyres than it was in the suspension, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, I know.
Okay.
But,
Cool. So talk to me about this car. How did this come about then?
So this came about, I'll tell you the story. So,
because you sold the 993.
I sold the 993 to pay for my missus when we had Maximilian born.
Yeah.
And I was sniffing, I found a RSR replica on Facebook, on a Facebook ad. Mm-hmm. And it was nice. It was a full out-and-out race car. The price was sort of, worthy to sort of chat a little bit. And then the guy wouldn't move down, and I just said, have you got anything else? And he said, I've got this hot rod. And I saw it, and I've just been checking my emails, and I remember I said, I'm not really sure about the colour, but it's got all the right bits on it. Anyway, and we negotiated a price, and shipped it over from America.
So where was it in the States?
It was the top end of Canada, New York area. So it was in New York, and
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's go back to basics. Yeah. What year is the car? What was the base car?
Yeah, so the car is a factory Cockney Brown or bitter chocolate, I think it says on the thing, 1976 911S.
Okay.
Yeah. That was
76 911S. Yeah, nice. Okay,
with had a tan interior.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
And then what brought it to this shape? Because this is definitely not a standard 76S anymore. No,
of course. Well, it's been in this shape for a long time because it's had a race history for 30 years in the HSR thing and the Porsche Club of America. I bought it through a Porsche Club of America thing. So it's basically a decommissioned race car that's been made road legal again.
And do you know what kind of racing it did?
Yeah. Well, it just
Porsche
did
Club
historic
racing.
club racing.
Yeah.
Laguna Seca, Lime Rock, Road America.
Nice.
It's done some really good stuff. I mean, I've tried to track down the original owner.
I mean, what I love about this car is it's just so punk rock. It's so you. Do you know what I mean? It's rough around the edges. It's unashamedly what it is, and it is just it's a riot just looking at it. And then when you hear it start up, it sounds properly raucous.
Yeah, well, it had a downpipe on it originally, but now it's got the Danks RSR straight out.
So did you do that?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, me and Dad did that. Yeah.
Nice. So you wanted it a little bit louder.
Well, it just yes and no. I mean, I didn't like it because when I got it, it didn't have any holes in the bodywork. Because it had the downpipe in. I had megaphones on it originally, like proper.
I remember when you did that.
Yeah. It was just too loud.
It didn't last long enough.
It's just you know what I mean. Waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to a meet at 7 or whatever. It's just too raw.
So what have you got? Like the Dansk single banana, this kind of thing.
Yeah, same as that. And
it's brilliant these because like what's called there's no baffling in the silencer at all, but it's enough just to take the edge off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's it is loud, but it's that's what it's about, isn't it? It's great. I love it.
Awesome. So what have you done to the car since you've got it? Because I know you've done a fair few bits and pieces.
Yeah. So where do we want to start? Interior or engine?
I don't know. I just popped the engine bay, so I guess we might as well start there. What engine is the car running?
So it's running a 2.8.
A 2.8. Okay.
So originally it was obviously a K-Jet,
Yeah.
And now it's running a 2.8 on
Carbs.
Weber's 46, I think they are, or 50. I can't remember the big ones. It's got about, we think, probably 225 horsepower.
In a car that doesn't weigh much.
Doesn't weigh much, yeah. It's a little bit, I think it's 1100. But I mean, there's still a few more bits to lighten on it, which I'd like to do. We don't necessarily need to. But,
oh yeah, like what?
Well, I mean, it's got plastic windows. That's going to be a plastic one at some point. And I was going to get rid of the sunroof, because obviously, you know, that's a lot of... I know there's a, sunroof, da-da-da. I agree with what a lot of people say, but I don't ever use it, and like, I'd like to have it gone, really, to be honest with you, because you don't have a race car with sunroof in it.
At the risk of sounding like a crack record, your car, your rules.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you know, if you don't want that sunroof, rip it out.
But I'm not bothered anymore. So
the thing is like also like, I don't know, like it's the top of the car. Like it's quite nice to have a sunroof and.
Yeah, but all the wiring, all the all there's no heat and no everything. All the wiring's out, so it's just
really?
Anyway.
Oh, is it?
No
okay,
heat,
right. Sorry, I missed
exactly.
that. I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Well, no, but I mean, you know, that's just. You know.
So how's the engine running?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's done allegedly, I think, 56,000 miles since it was rebuilt. Yeah, I've done a few track days with it, but it's been out of action for a while because I blew an oil seal out at Donington. But it's all back together now, all running nice. Yeah, it's just like everything with carburetors. It's one day it's great, next minute it's rough. That's the way it is, isn't it? You know, you just got to get out there and do it. I mean, I did contemplate about when it needs to be rebuilt, twin plugging it, having the heads done. You know, because that's for me would be the ultimate engine. But it's a high compression engine anyway. You know, it runs really well.
Yeah, it does.
Really well.
I mean, it sounds gnarly on idle, let alone when it's flat out. I think before we finish this episode, we'll start it up.
Yeah,
so
sure.
everyone can hear it, because it is a really good sounding engine.
Yeah,
and the throttle response is, impressive. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, cool. So do you know what suspension you're running?
It's on coilovers. I can't remember what make they are.
Okay.
But it's on coilovers.
Well, whatever they are, they're stiff as hell.
Oh yeah, look. I mean, it's coilovers. It's got 935 trailing arms.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, going back to engine, it's all like G80 cams.
Yeah.
Everything's pucker in it.
Yeah.
You know, rods, everything. It's a proper racing engine.
No, it definitely sounds
turbo brakes.
Yeah.
Genuine wheels.
Yeah, they're lovely wheels. Do you know what sizes they are?
50, whatever the standards, 8s and 9s, 7s and 8s, whatever the standard was on a, what were they, 7s and 8s?
Yeah, okay.
Genuine Futch wheels.
Cool.
I had just had them redone. I think it was XL wheels. They did an amazing job, an RSR finish on it. Because it came, like, you saw it when they were just matte. I mean, basically, the owner just painted over them grey with tape and just sprayed the black. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it did. So you've had them refurbished?
Yeah, I had them refurbished.
So who did the refurbish for you?
I think it was XL wheels. I need to.
Was it XL wheels?
Was it XL
yeah, I've heard of them.
Was it XL?
I've never done anything with them, but
look how good that is.
They've got a really good reputation on the forums and so on, and they've been knocking around the forums for a long time. I think they've been doing it a long time. So that's it looks really smart.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do. Restore like these wheels. There's a lot of masking off to do between the the polished edge.
But look how good they look.
The satin finish, they look really good. They look really good. They're almost quite shiny compared to the rest of the car. Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree with you. Yeah. Well, when I saw the advert on Facebook, it had, you know, the Americans love chrome.
Yeah.
It had chrome.
Did it?
Brand new chrome, mint.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't like them. I prefer it with the matte ones.
Yeah.
And, you know, in hindsight, I should have had both sets, really, you know, and had some sort of winter tyres and some, you know, track tyres. But
So you're running a set of Toyo R888Rs. How do you find them?
Great. I think they're fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, they're a phenomenal tyre,
I literally had the wheels refurbished and the tyres arrived the day before I was going to do a track day at Donington on the hottest day of the year.
That never happens.
Right.
That never happens. It's always the other way around. It's never the stars aligned, so well done.
Yeah, but the stars suddenly unaligned when, you know, the morning was going brilliantly. I was really enjoying it because Donington's the only track I can do because it's so loud. You know, and I want to...
It's a good track.
You know, it was great. And then the oil seal went up, you know, in the afternoon, and then that was the end of that. But
I love Donington though. It's
good
such
track, yeah.
as
I've
far
got
as
so much more confidence now with it in the car, because you know those old tyres I had, they were old tyres, like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And
Must be like marbles, very hard.
Oh yeah. But with this on it, it was just absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, no, I love Donington. I think it's I think it might well be my favourite track in the UK actually. Just the off-cambers, craner curves coming down there. It's just an awesome circuit. And for these kind of cars, it's a really good track. Because actually there's enough turns to be able to keep up with a lot of the modern stuff.
Yeah, there's a few air-cooled out there.
Yeah. Because I think it's Porsche Club GB that do the...
That's who I did it with.
That do that. And it's unrestricted in terms of
that's
DVs
right.
in August, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I need to look into that.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, it's a good track day, that. And there's always some interesting metals because it's unrestricted that day.
Oh, yeah, there's race cars like 996 Le Mans cars there when I was there. But this
cool.
definitely got a lot of people were coming up to me in the garage and they said, oh, yeah, that sounds fantastic. You know,
It does.
What's the story with that?
It does. And I love the colour. It's one of those things, I think it's...
That's the original colour.
Yeah, it's a really cool colour.
So it came tan originally. I just painted this. I mean, I put the window in, Dad and I, with a bit of string.
Yeah.
And because I didn't like that tan interior, so I just painted it matte black. You know.
So So wait, that's the all original dash.
Yeah,
just
that's all original,
black.
but it was tan originally.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can see. Where I sort of half-assed done it.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted it black.
So you just painted it black. So what did you paint it with?
Just some like paint from Halfords or whatever.
Yeah, so nothing specific, just...
I just wanted it black.
Do you know what, actually? I mean, that's such a punk rock solution. You know, fuck it, just paint it black.
Well, you know, I just wanted it black, but then I found out the bloody tan interiors of like factory are worth like more money in this brand.
You're joking, really?
There's one, I think it is Octane. Is it Octane or... They've got an MFI RS, but brown, same brown with the tan interior for a ridiculous money. But it doesn't matter. This isn't ever for sale. This car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going back to the interior then. So
let's go through the interior.
I've done it. I doled it down with black. I wanted black. I mean, it was only the top of the dash that was.
But to be fair, that must give you a lot less glare.
Exactly.
Especially also like it's more of a matte as well. So
So originally it had, you can see that hole in the dash. It had a pure NASCAR. Rev, what's that? The shift light in it, and
so this had a shift light. Just there?
The shift light there, and the rev counter was. I didn't like the look of it. You know, it was all right in an American NASCAR car, but in a Porsche, I wanted it to be. You know, I wanted it to go back. To that.
So you changed the gauge back out.
Yeah, changed the gauge back out. But in hindsight, you know, I should have probably just left it.
No,
but yeah, you see, it's got its fire stuff all plumbed in, and
I mean, this rolls cage is proper NASCAR. These
I know, right?
This ladder,
it's massive.
Door bar.
That's why it's so stiff. Yeah,
it's brilliant. Oh, I love this car. It's so gnarly. It really is. Very cool. And how do you find the seats? Are they supportive? And they give you everything?
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, that one's going a little bit, you know, but you know.
So have you done anything else to the interior, or is it pretty much?
No, that's how it came. We just replumbed up the fire extinguisher and whatnot, just in case.
I like your Rolling Stone sticker.
Well, you gave
just
me
by
that.
Tom on the roll cage.
Yeah, well, that's because the car was known on the internet as brown sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, and then your delightful bearded friend decided that you needed a Rolling Stone sticker.
Yeah. Oh, this is quite a nice touch. That steering wheel was my dad's original that he had in
his
race car in the 80s.
That's nice.
Yeah, so we just put it in.
And it's got a nice level of patina as well.
Oh, yeah, it's 30 years old, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. And it's not the kind of obvious MoMA you see in all Porsches all the time.
Well, it had the Martini bit on it.
Oh, what, the centre section?
I've still got the Martini bit for it. Yeah, it had the Martini one.
I like it like that, actually.
I like it like that. I mean, it did have a dish wheel in my 993, which I thought about, you know, the Mod 7.
Yeah.
I like them.
I don't know why, I always think of Mod 7 as too modern for anything 96, not 964, 903.
Kind of, yeah.
Maybe it's more, I don't know. Because normally you'd expect to see something like a prototype or whatever, but I really like this. It's more original, it's more interesting than just seeing just another prototype.
Well, and the fact it was more man's, you know, I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the crux of it. It's going to be
cool, isn't it?
The coolest bit of it, really.
But yeah, no, what else have we done to it? I think we sorted the doors out.
Yeah.
You know,
and this rear view mirror,
yeah,
that is something else as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it, but it's kind of period, but
yeah.
You know.
I like it. It's an over-engineered solution For sure. And also, you suddenly got a huge amount of visibility. I mean, that's perfect for a race car, isn't it?
Well, and also with the left-hand drive, you know, the mirrors are, you know, they're not great. I mean, you know, maybe that is moving down a bit, blah blah blah. But yeah, but it's all part of the history, isn't it? You know, it's all part of the character.
And the door cards are pretty basic as well.
Just aluminium.
I mean, and you've got what, these little straps here?
Yeah.
And then what's called the window goes up.
On this one, so the passenger can't get out. Once it's shut, you're stuck in. Yeah. Well, look, there's no how you get out. You have to open it from the outside.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no locks, no nothing.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Super lightweight.
That's all right, Frank. That's cool.
There we go. And you got a Wevo shifter there.
Wevo shifter, yeah.
With a balsa wood gear knob.
Yeah.
Real smart. How do you find the Wevo shifter?
I like it. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. It's it's nice. Not notchy. It's great. Feels good.
And a spare set of socks just in case.
Well, that's just pull that out. That's just say that's just like the air conditioning. It's just connected.
I hope it's not your socks that I'm touching.
That's a scarf, Fabian.
That's a scarf.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I'll take it out. Yeah, it's just So
it's just an air vent.
It's just an air vent. Yeah, straight from the.
Yeah.
In fact, leave it out now actually, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a good solution for that, to be honest. I've seen also, like, there's a company, I can't remember the name of the company, that they replaced the whole thing with, like, a red light as a shift light.
Yeah,
it's quite cool.
That, yeah. I mean, I've thought about putting, you know, just a little bit of, what do you call it? Just a sheet of aluminium just over it, just to stop it. But it's pretty fair in the summer. It's great.
Useful, yeah,
it is
definitely.
useful, but it is blowing straight on your face.
Yeah.
But,
no, I've got the exact same thing in the 73 RSR.
One thing I'll change is it's got a fuel cell in it that doesn't hold much.
Let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
Open that up.
I think it's the other side. I've forgotten now. Yeah. Sorry, Frank.
It's all right. Have I done that right?
It's quite temperamental. Yeah.
Cool.
This bonnet needs going. Feel the weight of that. I mean, I wanted to get, at some point, I'm just going to get a fiberglass bonnet.
Yeah.
But I was going to do it all when I do the roof, if I do it. But
yeah, you need a little stand. What do you call that? The little, just a metal bar to fold out and just hold it up.
But yeah, that's basically, it does about 10 to the gallon or like 15 to the gallon, and that only holds like not much.
Yeah.
So
nice. Yeah. It's pretty raw in there, isn't it?
It's pretty raw, yeah.
Yeah. Got all your fuses exposed.
Yeah. Well, we had to wire up the rev counter. It was pretty much a headache. Got the old racing battery.
Oh yeah.
Which is crap, because you'll find it might not even turn over in a minute. We might have to jump it. That's what I like about it. You just get, you get in it and it's like you're just renting it sort of thing until it stops. You know, like one of the fairground sort of thing. You get the most out of it.
That's cool.
But yeah, I always keep a bit of fuel with me and whatnot, just because I have been caught short before.
I think I remember you saying there was like a moment where your fuel gauge didn't work or something.
Oh, it still doesn't work.
It still
doesn't work. No, I have to do it. I either do it on. Well, I know now that the mileometer stopped working, but now that's working as well. So I now can time it. You know, I know exactly if I put 40 quid in, I know I can do like hopefully 90 miles or something.
Yeah.
So so it's all, the oil gauge doesn't work, fuel gauge doesn't work.
3 pedals on the steering wheel.
Basically, yeah.
And buckets of bravery. No, it's a really cool thing, dude. So have you got any, is there a front all cool?
Yeah, it's got an all cool, yeah. It's
okay,
got
nice.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, so that's got to keep it nice and cool. They make a lot of difference, those, as opposed to having the small ones in the wheel arch, where it's properly exposed and you probably get the air through them. Yeah. So have you got any plans for it in terms of modifications or things you want to do?
Well, like I say, the only plans I had was to, lighten the bonnet, do the sunroof and do the rear glass with plastic, but it can wait. It's not, it's not urgent. I just want to get out in it and start driving it. Well, nice. I am. It's back on the road now.
And have you got any road trips planned for this year, or?
I wanted to do Le Mans Classic.
Yeah,
I'm gutted you can't. The Alps tour.
Because we were going to do that together, but
the child, it's so hard to sort of juggle the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I've done road trips in my other 911s, and I do want to take it to Le Mans. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool. Well, it'll be something to look forward to, something to do in the future with with Max,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I'd love that. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. you
Yeah,
know. Yeah, no, I'm up for
No,
anything.
that's cool. Okay, awesome. Do you want to start it up so we can hear it?
Yeah, let's see if it'll turn over.
Oh. Yeah, that's perfect. You got it. Dude, that's awesome. It just sounds so good. It's such a gnarly sounding car. It really is. And those exhaust systems are brilliant. There's something about the way I don't know, the gases come out of it, but there's like a slight whistling that comes from them.
Yeah.
It's really distinctive of that Dansk back box. It sounds so good. Yeah, I can't really describe the noise, but yeah, no, it sounds really good. Dude, thanks so much for bringing it in. It's a really cool
Anytime,
car,
man, yeah.
and it's been a really interesting.
No, thanks for letting me come down and be
Seeing
part
how
of the
the car
Niners
goes.
thing. I think it's great.
No, cheers, dude. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. No, awesome. Well, I look forward to doing some road trips with you and doing some events with you.
Yeah, let's do
this
a
summer.
track day or something.
Yeah, I'd like to do August. That'd be really good. It's just the problem is Megaphonics is always around August, so it's trying to balance that. And but yeah, no, I definitely want to. I'd love to. I'd like to get the yellow car back out actually because it's been a while since that car's been on the circuit.
So I remember we
Yeah.
were without these two, weren't we?
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah,
that was really
that's a
good.
great car.
It's a wonderfully balanced car, that one.
Beautiful.
Anyway, I'm rambling. Dude, thank you so much for bringing it in.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Bro.
let's catch up again soon.
Thanks.
Cheers.